So we have here is goes a particle is projected with speed 7 root 5 and an angle alpha to the horizontal. Find two values of alpha that will give a range of 12.5 meters. Okay, so remember what projectiles is. You're on a flat surface, you fire up your object at an angle, and then it starts to fall, reaches the top, then starts to fall. Okay, so you have several formulas. You have phi x, phi y, sx, sy. Phi follows u plus phi equals u plus at. S equals ut plus a half at squared. Okay. Now you have to resolve them into their parts. Okay. So if we fire this up at 7 root 5, and it's at angle alpha, that makes that 7 root 5 cos alpha and 7 root 5 sin alpha. What way does gravity act in this question? Directly down. And because gravity is acting directly down, it only affects the speed that's going directly up. The speed that's going to the right always remains the same. So phi x is 7 root 5 cos alpha. That's set in stone. It's never ever going to change. The one that does change, however, is the phi y. The phi y is 7 root 5 sin alpha. And remember, that's your u value. That's what you start off with. Now you got to take care of your at. So what's our at? R minus gt. Okay. Now, sx is very easy. It's ut plus a half at squared. However, for the sx one, it has no acceleration. So that there is going to be a 0 because it has no acceleration. You therefore only have to worry about ut. Its u value is 7 root 5 cos alpha, and you just got to multiply that by t. Now, because I tend to like the t not at the end, what I'm going to say is 7 root 5 t cos alpha. Now, the other one is sy. We're going to do ut. U is the blue box, so it's going to be 7 root 5 t sin alpha, and then minus gt, a half gt squared, so minus a half gt squared. Now, anybody tell me what the word range means? Range is distance you cover going left to right. Your range ends here. What happens at this point here? Your sx equals 12.5. It tells you you've traveled 12.5 meters in this direction here. Is that right? What do we know about our sy at this point in time? 0. Sy is 0. So get your sy equation, your 7 root 5 t sin alpha minus a half gt squared, and put it equal to 0. Solve this equation. A half gt squared equals 7 root 5 t sin alpha. The t's will cancel. Then all we got to do is say that t equals 14 root 5. I get the 14 by multiplying the 2 by the 7. And I'm just going to divide that by g. And I've left my sin alpha out. That's our time of flight. That's how long we're in the air for. Okay? Now, our range equals s of x when the time equals the time of flight. So, our 12.5 will equal the sx formula. The sx formula is 7 root 5 t cos alpha. Now, you see I spaced that out there. 7 root 5 t cos alpha. Because we know what t is. You just simply rub this out. And we know that t is 14 root 5 sin alpha Is that right? 14 root 5 sine alpha over g. 12.5 will then equal, now, what's root 5 by root 5? Root 5 by root 5 is 5. Multiply by 7. Multiply by 14. Divided by gravity, which is 9.8. And that turns out to be a very convenient 50 sine alpha cos alpha. Can anybody in the class tell me what to do next? Now, here's the tricky part. Can anybody change sine alpha cos alpha into I just want sine or cos, I don't want both. Anybody have any suggestions? That only works for sine squared alpha or cos squared alpha. Much simpler. Who's at that? Yep, you're on the winner there. Pin in. What's 2 sine A cos A? Anybody remember? 2 sine A cos A? It's the double angle formula for sine 2 alpha. Okay, did trig, did it in class, so you should just try and remember that one when you can. Sine 2 alpha, 12.5, divided across sine 2 alpha equals a half. Now, reread the question. 2 values, not 1, 2 values. Okay, so please remember that 2 alpha equals sine inverse a half. What's sine inverse a half, lads? Huh? 30 degrees. Or, remember ASTC? Your second answer can be located in the second quadrant. If it's in the second quadrant, it's 180 minus the answer of your first quadrant. Divide by 2.